Hi everyone, welcome to Nana's Tiny Kitchen. Today we're going to be doing something, 'tis the season, because we're getting really close to Super Bowl time. But this doesn't have to be for Super Bowl as an appetizer or whatever, having friends over and you want to make something special. It could be for anything. But I want to show you how to make some mozzarella sticks and how easy they are. Stop buying this stuff in the store. It's terrible for you. Read the box. Take 2 minutes to read that box. If there's more than a paragraph of ingredients, no good. It's a little bit tedious, but this is kind of like a two-step process. So I'm going to walk you through how to do this. Step one. Let me grab out of my refrigerator. Tiny kitchen. I got this in the supermarket. It's a block of mozzarella cheese. And I cut it up. Where's my... Okay. What did I do with it? Hello. I shouldn't have put it away. Anyway, I cut it up into like thick slices. And each one of these slices, I need to grab a plate. You can either cut long ways. Each one of these slices you cut long ways and it's going to make 3, or it can make 6. I recommend doing the 6 because they actually come out huge the other way. Now if you want to cheat a little bit, you can buy the Polly-O string cheese, but to me it's not the same thing. It's better if you do it at home. Okay, so this will make 3, or cut it right down the center and it'll make 6. So you can get an idea of, I'm going to do one long ways just so you can see the size of it and how huge they are. But you think about it and you're like, okay, this is like a little block. It's square. How do you make it round? I'm going to show you. Okay. Now, I have 1 egg that I beat up over here. And I put 2 teaspoons of water in this because we don't want it too thick because we're going to be dipping and over dipping. Some regular all-purpose flour and some of my homemade breadcrumbs. Stop buying breadcrumbs is another thing. These I keep in my freezer. I make a huge batch of them, and when I need breadcrumbs, there they are. You just take slices of bread, throw them in your blender. Get them all as fine or as chunky as you want. Put them on a sheet, 375. And the time depends on how many slices that you do. If it's a large batch, if it's like a 3/4 of a loaf or a loaf of bread, it'll probably be about 20-25 minutes. If it's less than that, sometimes as little as 10 minutes. You have nice toasted breadcrumbs. Okay, here we go. In the back here, I have some oil heating up. It's about 2 cups in my sauce thingy because I don't have a deep fryer. But you could certainly air fry these as well if you're worried about your figure. So, here we go. Let's get organized. Now, if you want to season your breadcrumbs, you can do Italian style, where we do some, let's see, we have some oregano, little pepper, but feel free to experiment with this with the taste that you like. You can do a pretty much all spicy one with like onion powder and garlic powder and cayenne pepper. You could do it that way. Let's see, what else do I need? A little bit of basil. Just a little to season. Some salt. Not too much. And of course, my dreaded, I can't live without chili flake. You can leave the chili flake out if you want. Mix these up. Okay. Now, this is going to get messy. You're going to have to use only one hand because if you use both, you're done. You'll never answer the phone. Okay, we're going to dip in the egg. We're going to go in the flour, and we're going to put a little flour in the middle, so this way we can turn it. Turn it very, very gently, like you're petting a goldfish. Don't push down too hard. Now, back in the egg, go right round until it's coated. Ends. Back in the flour. Again, it's easier to do this with the smaller pieces than it is the larger pieces. And you roll it ever so gently. And when you feel like it's getting coated, then you can put a little bit of pressure on it, but otherwise very gently. We want to form a nice base for this. Back into the egg. And now we're going to go into the breadcrumbs. Now you can go as many times as you want. You can make a really thick one if you want to go back and forth, and then last step go in the breadcrumbs. But this time you can actually press a little bit and roll. Go the ends, press down a little bit and roll. See? Now you got it, it's round. Place it on a dish. Now we'll do one of the big ones. Let me rinse off my hands. Because one of the things with this recipe is you're going to find that you're going to need to rinse your hand frequently. Oh, here we go. One in, turn it. Let me get rid of this fork. Don't need that. In the flour. Very gently. Because we don't want to rub the flour coating off of it. Ends, ends. Back into the egg. See, now I have a free hand if I need to talk on the phone. Back in the flour. Make sure you get those ends. Push down a little bit. One more time in the egg. Now, if you're making a big batch of these, you can stick them in your freezer. They last a really long time. Now, in the breadcrumbs, go over the top, push down a little bit, and roll. Push down and roll. Let me bring this a little bit closer. Push down and roll. When you're doing the egg and the flour, don't push too hard until you roll it a few times and you actually can feel that it has that coating on it. Because we don't want to rub the coating off of it. We want to establish a nice coat. See? There you go. Now, this oil's been heating up, and actually, let me rinse my hands. I'm sorry I'm off camera, but you could wear a pair of plastic gloves, probably rinse a lot easier. So I just wanted to go through this process for you guys to actually see how to make them. Now it takes a little while to get the hang of it, but it's really easy once you get to know this. Now when you're done doing the batch that you want to do, you put them on a plate and you stick them in the freezer. You stick them in the freezer for about an hour or overnight. You could do this the day before. Because you want the mozzarella to be frozen. Because once you put it in the hot oil, we want the outside to cook quicker than the inside. So I did a small batch earlier. So I'm going to take them out. And I'll show you. I got some big ones. I got some small ones. And I'm going to take one of these. Oh, they're nice and frozen. Oil's ready. I'm going to drop it right in the oil. In such a small pot, I can only do a few at a time. But, let's see. Tiny kitchen problems. Let's make a little rim here. When I pull them out, I have some place to put them. Ta-da! You, out of the way. You, out of the way. Get a paper towel. Clean dish. There we go. Get yourself one of these wire scoopy thingies. They're friggin' awesome. And you can tell when the mozzarella sticks are done because you'll see a little bit of that mozzarella start to poke out. It's usually about a couple of minutes and not even. And they're good to go. I usually around Christmas time, if I'm having company and want to do hors d'oeuvres and stuff, I'll make a batch of these and I'll just stick them in the freezer, either in a Ziploc bag or something. Once they're frozen, they're good to go. If you want to do these for the Super Bowl, look at that. Is that not beautiful? Very, very simple. Now I'm going to do a couple of small ones. I could probably fit a few more small ones than big ones. Let me make room. Move over. We don't want to make it too crowded because then it becomes too difficult to scoop them out. Make your favorite sauce, dipping sauce on the side. I'm going to do a straight up marinara sauce for dipping. It'll be perfect. Very, very simple, very easy. Stop buying that in the store, in the box. The stuff is going to kill you. It's got too much salt in it. It's got way too many ingredients. You saw what went in this. There's egg, there's flour, there's homemade breadcrumbs, and mozzarella. Oil. Or air fry, if you prefer. Yep, I can start seeing that mozzarella. Oops, that's the wrong one, Lisa. Come on, you. Come on out. We want it to be ooey gooey delicious. See, the smaller ones make more sense. I mean, the large ones are so big. It depends on what kind of time you have. You have a lot of time on your hands. Okay, let's do the last. Oh, no, these aren't the frozen ones. I want the frozen ones because I don't want that mozzarella to cook. I don't want the mozzarella to start oozing out before the outside gets all crispied up. Crispied. Like I said, if you want to cheat and buy the paleo thingies, the string cheese, you can do that, but it's not going to come out as good. I'm telling you right now, buy the paleo or Sargento mozzarella. Paleo works really good because it's got a little bit more salt in it. But we don't want anything with pesticides. No pesticides. Done with pesticides. They spray everything. That's why I try to go as organic. I used to think people who bought organic were like, ooh, organic. But no. Now I get it. Now I see all these people getting sick and have issues with arthritis and stomach issues and whatever. I'm just like, no. I'm going to try to go, especially since I have my own garden and we raise pretty much most of our animals. We do pigs, we do chickens, we do turkeys. We have somebody, a very, very good friends of ours that does beef for us. And they do a fantastic job. With grass-fed beef, it's phenomenal. Best chopped meat I ever had in my life. Okie dokie. There you go. Mozzarella sticks. Let's cut one of these babies open. Just cause. Look at that. Delicious. Fantastic. Oh my God. Okay. Yep. Yep. Bell went off. Ding. Let me know what you think, guys. Try the recipe. Stop buying this crap in the store. Next time I'm going to do something else. I don't know. Maybe some homemade croissant. Make little pinwheels out of it, stuffed with like bacon and cheese and stuff like that. I don't know. I hope you like it. Let me know what you think. Till next time, guys.